Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. If you are looking for some more growth ideas, this might be the best video for you. So today I'm going to share two stocks, one in the ad tech market, one in the software market. And earlier today I did kind of share, or earlier yesterday, depending on where I dropped this video, I shared a few other stocks. I shared two stocks that I believe has seen quite a correction in the past recent days and might be giving investors some form of long-term buying opportunity. So today I'm going to do two more videos, two more stocks. The first one's going to be Magnite. This is in the ad tech market. The other one is going to be Autodesk. This is a software company dealing with 3D modeling, designing type software, and both of these have seen quite a pullback. And on today's episode, I'm going to take a quick look at some of the bearish cases that are affecting some of these stock prices, and also some of the bullish cases and why I believe these could be giving some form of buying opportunity. If this is your first time here, guys, make sure to hit the thumbs up, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and let's get started. So Magnite right now is traded under the ticker NASDAQ MGNI. It currently has a market cap of about $3.7 billion. Right now on the day, it ended about 4.84 down, and we can see today the market has been red. So I want to say the volatility in the market does give us some form of buying opportunities in stocks. Sometimes there is no fundamental changes. It's just the way the market is heading. We can see though from its 52-week high closing, the stock is down over 50% at the moment. Outside of the market volatility, I do want to say today on September 13th, there was some insider who sold a nice position. At the end of the day, I personally don't really care if insiders sell. There's a reason for, there could be numerous reasons for insider selling. This could just be part of their bonus, of their salary, and they're just selling off. They might just want to buy new products. They just want to buy new things. They need the money for their second house, their third house, or whatsoever. So seller insider for me doesn't really mean a red flag, but it's just something other investors might want to understand. Another thing I want to say, this is more fundamental changes. Throughout the past few quarters, you would notice that in their balance sheet, this company has grown intangible assets dramatically, and at the same time, they have also increased their non-current debt. So this company has made a lot of acquisitions in the past, and they really just want to accelerate that growth. Unfortunately, with that they're kind of diminishing or kind of destroying, I want to say, their balance sheet. More likely than I would believe that there's a higher chance of doing some form of offering in the future, of doing some form of dilution in some way to kind of build up that cash. But at the moment, those kinds of acquisitions, if they are done correctly, or if these acquisitions make perfect sense, it would definitely be a huge asset for the company. At the moment though, it's still very early to tell, and it's pretty much just building some form of debt. So that could be seen as a negativity that, hey, this company has kind of not destroyed, but downgraded their balance sheet a bit. So I want to say those are probably the two major yellow flags right now affecting the company. I do want to say, if one is more interested in Magnite, on September 15th, they are having a virtual investor analyst day. They might share a lot of insight. But now let's take a quick look at some of the green flags, right? This company's revenue in their most recent quarter for August 5th of 2021 grew 170% compared to the same time last year. Again, a good portion of this is due to the acquisition growth. So it's a lot of, I want to say, on organic growth, not organic growth, more through acquisitions. And now they have become the world's largest independent seller side advertisement platform. And to me, as streaming continues to grow on, and so many other platforms, the advertisement world kind of hitting all types of televisions and all type of videos is going to continue to grow. Another thing I do want to mention is, if I take a look at trailing 12 months, free cash flow margins for this company over time have been improving. There might be some quarters where it does better than others, but taking a trailing 12 months, the most recent, they're actually positive in free cash flow from operations. Overall, the trend seems to be going upwards, but there is some form of I want to say, volatility around their getting there. But their margins are improving. Magnite for me is more of one of those really early growth stories, one of those positions that, hey, I wouldn't mind getting a small position and just letting see how this baby runs. Now, the second company we're going to take a quick look at is Autodesk. But before we take a look at this company, guys, let's listen to today's sponsor, a great reason why I'm able to provide so much content to you guys for free. I want to thank The Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. video. The Motley Fool is a company that provides investing insight and stock recommendations for investors of all skill sets and risk levels. You guys know I love finding new investing tools and resources to help me scout out new growth stocks. And right now I have a discount for one of my favorite services the Fool offers. Through the Motley Fool Stock Advisor services, you get access to a ton of expert stock picks. Every month you'll get 2 new picks that are aimed at growing your wealth and to help you realize your financial goals. Stock Advisor's average stock picks have done amazing returns. If growing your money is something you'd like to do more of this year, you can visit fool.com/Jose Najarro or click on the link below for access to my special offer and decide if the Stock Advisor is right for you. Thanks again to the Motley Fool, and now onto today's video. So Autodesk right now is traded under the ticker ADSK. It finished the stock down about 1.1%. We can see from its 52-week high, the stock has definitely seen better days. It's down about 17.82%. Now this is a bigger company, right? This is a software company that is making money. They're profitable, and it has a market cap of $61.84 billion. First, let's kind of talk about the negativity in the news. First, just like everything else, we've seen a lot of recent insider sellership. It's probably just the time right now when a lot of these insiders are getting their bonuses and they just want to cash out. At the same time, like I said, insider selling is not for me a bearish case, but something investors might want to keep an eye out. The biggest I want to say negativity is after earnings, this company did see a bit of a decrease in price targets from analysts. Some of them lowered their price targets. Here we can see they are now they're now down to 390 from 400. Another one down to 324 from 334. So not big changes, and most of these are still a lot higher than where the stock is at right now, $281. But that negativity of sentiment from analysts can kind of create more of a bearish sentiment to the stock price. Autodesk, let me say the main reason I'm very, very bullish in Autodesk. Autodesk is a software company used by a lot of great people. Architects, engineering, construction use it to kind of develop projects. Manufacturing does it when they're kind of developing new products and stuff like that. Then one of my favorite markets right now, and it's probably the smallest market of Autodesk, is media and entertainment. I believe the digital market and digital entertainment is still growing in forms of NFT collectibles, in forms of animations, in forms of gaming. And even though this is such a small portion of the revenue, I believe this can grow dramatically over the next few years. In their most recent earnings, total billings increased 29% compared to the same time last year, and total revenue grew 16% compared to the same time last year. So Autodesk right now is not that heavy growth stock that many other are looking for, but I believe you get a lot of great things with Autodesk. You get you get a company that's positive in cash flow from operations. And their balance sheet is also pretty strong. They have about $900 million in cash and cash equivalents and about $2 billion in non-current debt. So even though they are leveraged, this is a company that's profitable, which is okay for me for them to see that kind of leverageness. If we take a look at their free cash flow margins, for example, this company has free cash flow margins of 36.35% if taking a look at trailing 12 months. So this is a money-making machine. Now, if we take a quick look at technicals, for me, Autodesk is definitely sitting at very, very attractive levels. It's nowhere near overextended. It's sitting at a nice volume area. This is where, if I was really, really bullish on Autodesk, is where I wouldn't mind building up a little bit bigger than a small position. Still not a heavy position, but definitely start building that base. Magnite, on the other hand, this is more of a, I want to say, a more speculative play, a little more growth story, but a little bit more risk behind it. So this is probably would be, if it was compared to Autodesk, a smaller position, in my opinion, of portfolio weight to compare to something like Autodesk, which in my opinion is a little bit less risky. But Magnite at these levels, very similar. This is where I would start in building up a base level. But like I mentioned, I believe position sizings would be a bit different for me. Autodesk with positions would be a little bit bigger than Magnite, just because of the overall volatility that Magnite is still a nice growth story in a small market cap. So that volatility can really kind of move a portfolio. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Take care, have a good night, and see you next time.